Greetings, Umi and Ja here. I'm coming to you today to talk about Hyperemesis Gravidarum. This is something, illness, pregnancy illness that is near and dear to me and my family at this point because I suffered twice, 9 months total both times in my last two pregnancies with this little handsome boy here, Jasim, and with my daughter who is now 5 years old. So you would call them hyperemesis survivors, and me as well, because we survived, we made it, we got through it, and we had a beautiful gift here at the end. Now, what is hyperemesis, or HG as it's called now? It is a severe form of pregnancy nausea and vomiting. It also includes food aversion, so it's basically hating food and having no cravings during pregnancy, which is an odd thing considering when you think about pregnancy, you think about eating for two and having cravings like ice cream and pickles and stuff like that. That's the norm usually. But for a lot of women like me, we suffer from hyperemesis, and we end up basically vomiting a number of times per day, or feeling like you're going to vomit, just feeling nauseous often. There is weight loss of about 5% or more of your pre-pregnancy weight, which I experienced a lot in this last pregnancy. Pregnancy number 4, I lost all of my pre-pregnancy weight, so I probably started at about 125, and then by the end I was probably 115, and I delivered at home at around 38 weeks according to my due date. And that was a struggle for me, going and trying my best to eat, forcing myself to eat, because mind you, this was not my first go round with hyperemesis. Trying my best to eat, struggling, forcing myself to eat, trying to eat nutritious things, all while having food aversion. So you literally hate food. You hate the sight, the thought, the smell. It is just the oddest devil ever. So some of the symptoms that you will experience, or if you are pregnant and are experiencing these symptoms, then more than likely you are suffering from hyperemesis, are a decrease in urination, dehydration, headaches, confusion, fainting, jaundice, extreme fatigue, low blood pressure, rapid heart rate, loss of skin elasticity, secondary anxiety and depression. There are certain treatments that they can provide, but for people like me, when you have the most severe form, the treatments do not work. They do not help at all. With my daughter, which was in 2012, I was prescribed Zofran. Now, Zofran is an anti-nausea medication that's usually used for people who suffer from cancer and are going through chemotherapy. So, of course, a side effect of chemotherapy is nausea. So, they were giving pregnant women this drug in 2012, and I don't know how much longer after that, but this time when I was pregnant again in 2017, I was prescribed, hi baby, I was prescribed, now I can't remember the name, Diclegis. It's called Diclegis, and that was a antihistamine and B vitamin. I want to say B12, but I'm not 100% sure. In the beginning when I tried to take that, and I'm a natural woman, so I actually prefer to use natural medication, and I prefer for nature to be able to heal me of whatever ailments that I have. So it was really a struggle for me. But when you are experiencing hyperemesis, you will try just about anything because you just want the relief to get through it, to have your little baby. So I did try the diclegus. Now diclegus seemed to work initially, but it is a very drowsy drug because it's an antihistamine like Benadryl. So it made me very sleepy. I have 3 other children, so it was very hard for me to take the pill, which you're supposed to take at night on an empty stomach. And it made me entirely like a zombie for probably 12 hours during the day. I would sleep well. Luckily, by the grace of God, I had a great support team, so I was able to sleep. But it was very depressing. And it is scary to take medication often when you have a life growing inside of you. But hyperemesis has after effects as well. And I will probably end up doing a separate video about the after effects, but I just wanted to share my experience with hyperemesis and some of the things that I know. I have done extensive research on it since I've been a sufferer. Oh, you okay? Since I had to suffer from it, and I am really hoping to get into some outreach and help to inform others about this horrible, horrible sickness that happens to women during pregnancy, because it is a devil. And there are a lot of sad statistics that come along with it. Some people don't survive. Some people have to take very, very desperate measures because they just want to get through it and keep living. You literally feel like you're going to die when you're going through it. And that is a sad, sad thing when you're already in a vulnerable state, which is pregnancy. But I just wanted to encourage any woman that's going through hyperemesis, you can get through it. It is temporary. It feels like forever. Those 9 months are brutal. And they feel like 9 years when you're suffering from hyperemesis, or during any pregnancy for that matter. But I just wanted to let you know and encourage you that you can get through it. It is a very hard feat, but you have beauty in the end. Beauty for ashes, joy for pain. Ain't that right? So be encouraged. Keep at it. Try your best to stay hydrated. Try your best to eat nutritious foods. I found fruit and grapes to be the main thing that I could eat. During the end, you kind of can teach yourself to eat a little bit better, but it is brutal. And you will get through it. Love and light.